biotech domain, currently the government of India is supporting all these innovations into the biotech domain through their program. One of the programs being the BioNest program, which is incubation centers located into the industrial or the academic environment across the country. We are lucky to have this BioNest center here in Delhi University, wherein we are encouraging innovation and entrepreneurship and developing the culture of innovations here. So far, more than 200 products have been commercialized through bioincubators, and more than several hundred jobs have been created through this startup. So of course, this government is supporting innovators and startup, and then the innovators are coming up with the new products. And one of the good example is that there are so many good startups during the time of pandemic who develop the mask or the ventilators and help navigate through the pandemic very swiftly to us. Otherwise, during the time of pandemic, the logistic and the distribution channels were broken, right? There was no logistic and the distribution channels were existing. But we are in need of these ventilators and other things. But due to homegrown innovation, due to support to the innovators, which government provided earlier on, they came in handy, developed the product on a fast scale, and provided the ventilators, masks, and other things in a homegrown environment, right? If of course it saves economy, it promotes economy, but in addition, it saves a lot of lives as well. So that is the impact of biotechnology startups has in our country, and that is the impact the government providing to the innovators and startups. So the landscape is very ripe for your fruitful ideas, right? If you have anything to do with biotechnology, you can always come to us and we can discuss about your innovation and take it forward. So BioNest not only supports innovators and startups with the infrastructure and the instrumentation part, of course those are the main thing which we support with, but we can also help you refine your ideas, conceptualize your ideas, make it relevant to the existing environment, that how you can write plans, how to prepare the marketing plan or business development plan, right? So all the support we provide. In addition to that, we also provide you through our network, if you need a service of company registration or regulatory certification, so we can put you in touch with our connections who can expedite the process of your applications and everything. So you can focus on your work, and rest of the things can be supported by the BioNest team. Right? So you can only focus on your work, and that is the single most important thing which the innovators need of focus during the early days to build his or her product. Right? So that is what additional supports we provide. We also provide a support for the government grants writing. We can help you with the letter of intent from our incubator. We can help you prepare the grant writing proposal, right? And during grant writing proposal, there are a lot of things which, of course, is going to need our help in terms of strategies, the vision, or the marketing plan. Because all these government grants are available, they do focus on the innovations, but the half part will also focus on the business domain also. Business model, the commercial aspects. Because if government is providing the money, that they want to see that something can be built upon it. Right? So these are different schemes available right now from the government of India, and these are the schemes for different domains, different categories. For example, SIIP and other schemes are for the social innovations. Some is for the early stage, some is for the later stage. Based on your own stage and category, you can figure out which grant is going to be appropriate for you guys. Right? As we talked about the biotech technologies, currently, if you guys have a building, or if you don't have any ideas, and if you want to start a startup or something like that, then think about these technologies. Not saying that you can't build startup apart from this, but think about this technology, because these are going to be the things in demand in the coming time. Because mRNA-based technology, we already heard about the mRNA-based vaccine right now. Right? There is a startup in US who raised like 300 million right now to build the mRNA-based therapeutics for the cancer patients, specific cancer patients. these are the new technologies which are going to come in very handy to develop, and it's going to revolutionize the way we get treated, the way we get diagnosed. Then CRISPR, we all know that the specific gene editing has a lot of potential in research as well as into the diagnostic and the therapeutic aspects as well. And because CRISPR is a very specific technology in alter genes, so it has some restriction from the government as well, that you can't use it for a lot of other purposes. It has to be a very specific purpose, because it specifically alter your genetic makeup, so that is why it has some limited applications. But of course, you can utilize for the diagnostic and the therapy. Then cell programming, nowadays cell programming, you want cell to produce something and now you can hack it, right? So there are some pioneers like InfoBioworks, StrandX, based out of US. They are doing fantastic work using this cell programming thing. So you name it, they build it for you. So these are key things which you need to focus on and have some experience and learnings about. Again, AI/ML domain, as I said, you have to cross collaboration and try to use this technology, because this is also in coming time. Obviously, this is not a good thing, but if you go to any investor and you say that okay, we are building a product with AI and ML into it, they will be very excited, because these are some buzzwords which investor wants to hear. They want something to do with AI ML in your startup, right? So. Not a good thing, but then this is what happens. Previously, in the previous decade, if you are working on the e-commerce, because the Flipkart has generated the buzz, now the AI/ML is generating a buzz, so it's always, obviously, time to time things changes. But try to merge these technologies. As I give you an example of reading X-rays or image processing for different reports or cell counters. A lot of things happen if you apply this technology. Try to learn. For example, machine learning and image processing, what it does, you just provide them with several images. It automatically, once you run it on Polygon, it automatically captures the precise points. There are different points, black frames to color combinations, the pictograph and everything, it has it. Now accordingly, if you provide with a novel image, it's automatically going to say what that image is going to be. Right? It needs a lot of image processing and data training and stuff. But if you do it, your works will be very limited after that. A lot of industries applying it on the CCTV camera. That for example, if you come roaming around industry, in the camera they can see you. The image can automatically identify who that person is. And this is very normal nowadays. You can see a lot of applications as well.
Right, I mean for attendance also nowadays.
Attendance as well, right? Then what do you say? On the tolls, the number plates can get scanned automatically. They can know. So a lot of applications are there. If you specifically look into the biotech domain, then just try to have the X-rays or the other MRI scans or CT scans or other reports. You can always try to do something with this thing, and of course you can come up with a novel application.